This energy activity is going to use the incline simulator that my son and I wrote. To begin with, it's got a little incline, it's a brown bar, and I can just swing it up, take the mouse, and drag it into position. And I can also drag the ball back and forth. And these markers are just if you want to mark something to identify a piece of the ramp. But I can slide it at any time. And you can see over here, I've got the angle in degrees, the time, and that's the time between when I press play and when I press pause down here in the bottom where it says movie control. Position of the cursor is over here, and it's all scaled to this diagram, and then the speed of the ball that is traveling. Until it gets to the bottom, then it stops changing anything about the speed. I can adjust the frictional coefficient along the ramp just by grabbing the slider, moving it back and forth. We're going to leave it at frictionless at 0. And I can adjust the mass of the ball. So 1 kilogram, 1.5 kilograms, 2 kilograms. I just move the slider and it increases the density of the ball to adjust the mass, so the size stays the same. Now I've got this reference line here. For this activity, you're trying to see how the speed is affected, or how the angle affects the speed at the bottom of the incline. So I want to take this horizontal line and I'll bring it up, and this will be my starting height. I can pick any point up here I want, so I might pick this for my starting height. And I'll have the ramp and I'll put it at some shallow angle. And I'll slide the ball. I'll move the marker so I can talk to you about this point. Right here where the brown ramp intersects the blue horizon line. And I'll slide the ball down so the bottom of the ball touches it right there. And then I'll press play. When it gets to the bottom, that gives me the speed, and that'll stay that speed. Then what I do is I hit reset. If you're going to make any changes, you have to hit reset, and that's this button on the far left where it says movie control. So I'll reset the button, and then I'll adjust it for a new angle. But I can't start from here because this is a different vertical height. I want to have the same vertical height. In this case, this same blue height here. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this and I'll slide it down. And again, I'm going for that spot right there where the marker is, where the blue horizontal line and the brown line intersect each other. Might be a little bit high there, right about there. Slide the red ball down. Got to be precise to get this to work. And then I'll press play, and I'll let it go all the way down the bottom, and I'll get the speed. So I'll adjust the angle time after time for the ramp and get the different speeds as I keep making different measurements. Every time I shift the ramp, don't forget you got to take the ball and you got to have the same starting height each time. It's right there at that intersection point between the horizon and the ramp. If you need to make any measurements, such as the height that you're starting from, you could use the cursor. So there's the Y position of the cursor. I go down at the bottom and I can see the Y position of the cursor is 0. And then I can go up to my horizon line over here and I can see the Y position is 0.15. So all I'm doing is I'm reading this and getting a difference in position to see how far it goes up. Part of the activity can be increasing the mass of the ball. So you'll pick an angle, such as this angle, and we'll always start from the same angle for this one. And then we'll adjust the mass. And we'll go have the mass go up, play, let it go all the way down the bottom, and measure the speed over here where it says speed. And then reset, make it a heavier ball, increase the mass to 1.5. And so you're investigating how the mass affects the speed at the bottom of the incline.